What is up, guys? Coming back from the video. Right now we are in Branson, Missouri for a little kind of mini vacation thing, and we're gonna be going to Silver Dollar City. So I'm gonna be doing some vlogging, and yeah, I'm gonna start trying to do weekly uploads, like once a week, maybe twice a week if I can. Yeah, let's get right into it.
Technology perspective, it is troublesome to know that Facebook listens to your conversations to customize ads towards what you're talking about. For instance, my wife was asking me vocal words about air filters, and suddenly I received several pop-up ads for air filters on Facebook.
I had a customer, I used to go into his house.
And it popped up
That's a church.
because God was giving you a word.
Church.
On Facebook, though.
No, it's Valerie.
God can speak
Valerie shared
Dude,
that.
they're watching you, man. They don't want to hear nothing about me, but
And Cleve.
nope.
I promise. That was hers.
See, I asked him too, and I was like,
I'm going to call Valerie.
question. So you mean you were literally speaking, not typing, and you started getting ads? And he said, yep. Haven't ever searched for. Happens all the time. That's real. You gave him permission. I'm telling you, you gave him permission to access your microphone and your camera when you sign up for Facebook. You did. That's how I had this really cool picture.
Oh my gosh, this
And then
how we
it's
found the whole life.
And then it's stolen. The government now has your invention
Everybody's
and gives it to a lobbyist.
Before
Like how to hold,
I invented
how to
that.
stand 3 tacos up on your plate and not have to hold them with your hand.
John's the original inventor of taco holders, and then
He did a couple years before they came up with it. He's like, I want to invent
No,
a
and then
taco
I was like,
order.
listen, Dad, they've already made it. Look it up. He looked it up. Sure enough, I
No,
found
there was
it.
no looking it up back then. You don't even know what you're talking about. You were like a baby.
Well, you
We
said
were in the
listen
army
to
at Fort Riley. You saw taco holders when you were a baby?
me. You had the idea and you told me about it in your Google.
That was later.
Guys, I found some more stairs.
So this is all debris, like stuff that's washed in from the top?
Yep. That's the largest Christmas tree in Silver Dollar City, over 150 feet tall, which is fitting because it's in the largest room at Silver Dollar City. I'm taking pictures. I'm going to start my story right now. Cave tours officially began here at Marble Cave on the 18th of October in 1894. The Canadian... precipice, the abyss, black hole. Once you gotta get in here and have a look over the handrail to my left, you're not gonna see anything good anyway, it's fun.
Let's take a picture.
Shoe room. We got a size 800 flip flop right up here. There's the toe. Right there's the arch. Back there's the heel. And there's a little athlete's foot right there. So guys, this room right here is probably one of the more important on our tour. It's not the biggest, not the most glamorous, obviously. But commercially speaking, this is probably one of the more important rooms. It's kind of what ties everything together, all of our stories. I told you about the Lynches up top, so I could tell you a story down here. The Lynches were not the first to come down to this cave to try and make money. 4 years after the Civil War in 1869, a lead miner from St. Louis by the name of Henry T. Blow came down here to this cave to start mining some lead. Well, him and his buddies came down our sinkhole, got down to our debris pile, and they started walking around. They didn't have that tower out there. They didn't have the handrails. They didn't have the mood lighting that we have today. What they would have had would look a little bit like this. Now, Henry T. Blow made his way down to this room right here, right there where you're standing. Had to come to a stop, because back behind me to the ceiling was filled with a big black gooey mess. He wasn't about to go crawl through all that nonsense, but he did see that there was a hole over here, to my left and my right, but with his meager lighting, he couldn't see the bottom. Being a miner, he knew he could take a rock, throw it over the side, count how many seconds it took to hit the bottom, and he could calculate how far down it was. Well, Henry picked up a rock, threw it over the side. He didn't hear anything. Picked up a couple more rocks, threw them down. Still didn't hear anything. Well, you guys feel it's a little bit warmer in here than it was up in the cathedral room? Well, it's not me blowing hot air. It's a natural occurrence in the cave. The lower you go, the warmer you get. Well, this happens to be one of the warmest rooms on our tour, even though it's not the lowest. Well, Henry T. Blow thought he found himself a bottomless pit. It was warmer in here than it was anywhere else in the cave that he explored so far. And it was really stinky. For those of you guys that are from the Ozarks, it really stank. Okay? Well, he thought he found himself the doorway to Hades. He wasn't quite ready to go there at that particular time, so he hightailed it out of here. Crawled up through the sinkhole to meet with all the hillbilly locals there around the area looking for lead mining jobs. Said, sorry guys, there's no lead down there. But you do have something of great value, but I have neither the skill nor the technology to get it out of there. You got marble. Before old Henry T. Blow left this room, he looked up at our ceiling, the nice flat ceiling with the discolorations. He looked at the walls with the shadows and the undulations. That lead miner thought he found marble. Well, all the locals took him for his word, because after all, he was a miner. He should know what he's talking about. They immediately established the Marble Cave Mining Company. They sold shares, $50 a pop, to anybody that bought into it. They raised $50,000. They built a town where our square sits to this very day. Some of the foundations are actually still being used. This blacksmith shop's one of them. Well, they brought in mining equipment. They brought in miners. They brought in foods, stores, and goods of all kinds. The only thing they didn't bring in was a geologist. Probably should have brought one of them in first. Well, they finally got one of them old boys down here. He come walking around, spending a couple hours, walked back out shaking his head. You guys just paid me a hefty fee for nothing. All you have down there is limestone and a little bit of iron ore. Not worth a plug nickel. Well, needless to say, the shareholders were a little bit put aside by that little bit of good news. Well, they were about to disband and start suing people when a couple of the entrepreneurial hillbillies said, wait a minute, guys, there's something down there that we can mine. We got all this mining equipment. We can use it. What would they use that mining equipment for, guys?
Bat guano.
Bat guano. Poop! That's right. To the ceiling up here, that was all guano. Every crevice and passageway in this cave system was about chest deep in guano. Now, why would they get excited about poop? What can you use it for? Makeup. Why would you You got bat poop on your eye. That's a common mistake. Many years ago, a tour guide not much brighter than myself mistook guano for guanine. Guano being bat poop. Girls, you'll rest your pretty little heads. Guanine's made up of ground up fish scales. Question, see how smart you all are today. Anybody tell me what a turd is? Turd. Not a turd, a turd. That's what you're on. You're on a hillbilly turd. Not to be construed with a tar. A tar is what you put on your pickup truck to come to a turd. Deal with it, guys. It only gets worse.